बोजु बजै मेरो नाम भृकुटी राई
मेरो नाम इतिशा गिरी
अनि स्वागत छ सबैजनालाई हाम्रो आउट अफ स्केड्युल अनप्लान्ड एकदमै अनप्लान्ड कोल्ड टेक्स यो हामीले गर्न अब के गर्नु समयको माग हो बाध्यता हो किनभने हामीलाई नेपाली ब्रोजहरूले एकछिन आराम गरेको देख्नै सक्नुहुन्न रहेछ हैन एनीवे वी आर रिलिजिङ दिस Anyway, we are recording this episode just a day after Valentine's Day. काठमाडौँ राताममै भइरहेको थियो त्यो राताममै काठमाडौँ भइराख्दाखेरि चाहिँ हाम्रो नेपाली क्रिकेट टिमले चाहिँ यहाँ टियुको क्रिकेट ग्राउन्डमा नमिबियालाई हरायो हैन कतिजनाले भन्नुहुन्छ होला दोब्बी हान्यो हैन तर त्यही म्याच चाहिँ सयौं नेपाली फ्यानहरू चाहिँ एकदम खुसी भएर एकदम खुसीको आँसुहरू बहाइरहेको थिए हैन तर हामी यहाँ त्यो खुसी चाहिँ बाड्न आएको होइन त्यो खुसीलाई चाहिँ हामीले एकदमै तपाईलाई खुसीलाई पज गर्न लगाइरहेछौँ किनभने त्यो खुसीको माहौलमा हामी महिलाहरूको फेमिनिस्ट महिलाहरूको गनगनलाई पनि तपाईले अलिकति सुनिदिनु पर्यो हाम्रो खुसी क्रिकेट प्रेमी नेपाली दाजुभाइ दिदीबहिनीहरू
Yeah, so RONB, RONB ले Sandeep Lamichhane को एउटा फोटो हालेको थियो हैन when he took his wicket यस्तो आँसु झरेको look how emotional he is भन्दै हैन so आजको हाम्रो episode is about Sandeep Lamichhane and his inclusion in the cricket squad. Now let's just get this clear. Sandeep Lamichhane has been charged with raping a minor. He has been charged. His case is pending in court.
Yeah.
And he was released in bail. Actually, he was released in bail a day after CAN had already lifted his suspensions. Like CAN like कस्तो थाहा भइसकेको like एकदम foresight. भोलि sure bail मा release हुन्छ हाल्दै हालौँ squad मा भनेर. But anyways, he was released on bail and CAN removed the suspension ban so he could play in the series. Why? Because according to CAN, the team needs him. Nepal needs him and his talent and his potential. Yeah, so यसो quotesहरू news storiesहरू पढ्दै जाँदा CAN को quotesहरू चाहिँ अलिकति के भन्ने अब यो फर्स्ट quote तिमी पढ न प्लिज विकुटी
लाज पचाएर खाएका रहेछन् हैन लाइक अदर लट अफ अदर अर्गनाइजेसन एन्ड इन्स्टिट्युसन रन बाई पावरफुल मेन उनलाई चाहिँ बेलमा छुटाउँदा एन्ड अल्सो जस्ट टु क्ल्यारिफाई लट अफ पिपल थिङ्क लाइक बेल इज गेटिङ इज लाइक बिङ लाइक होइन तपाईँ चाहिँ निर्दोष हो भनेर चाहिँ बेल दिँदैन होइन मान्छेहरूले चाहिँ कतिजनाले चाहिँ त्यो बेललाई चाहिँ अनि बेलपछि जसरी उहाँको फोटोहरू आयो होइन यसरी रोना धोना गरेको फोटोहरू त्यो देखेर चाहिँ ओहो अब त उहाँ त अब जेलमुक्त हुनुभयो भने त्यसलाई अर्कै तरिकाले लिइरहेछ विच इज नट द केस एनिवे गोइङ ब्याक टु इतिशाले भने जस्तै हाम्रो क्यानले चाहिँ कसरी यति अगाडि आएर लाज पचाएर उहाँ यो हाम्रो लामिछाने अनदर लामिछाने ब्रोको चाहिँ बचाउ गरिरहेछ होइन सो क्यानको एक्टिङ सेक्रेटरी Durga Raj Pathak says, it is our responsibility to protect our children. CAN is Lamichane's guardian. Respecting the court's order, we have decided to include him in the team. Everyone provided a positive response and the national team was also in need of Lamichane. There is no bad intention behind our decision, adds Pathak. So, यहीँबाट नै थाहा हुन्छ कि क्यानको चाहिँ where does CAN stand? यस्तो किसिमको जघन्य अपराधको मामलामा चाहिँ
सो क्यानले चाहिँ के लुप होल युज गरिरहेछ भने उनीहरूले चाहिँ के भनिरहेछ भने एक कोर्टको अर्डरले एक्सप्लिसिटली प्रोहिबिट गरेको छैन लामिछानेलाई खेलाउन हैन सो हामी कोर्टको अर्डर फलो गरिरहेछौँ किनभने भनेको छैन भने इट्स फाइन डज इट मिन्स द्याट वी क्यान इन्क्लुड हिम इन द स्क्वाड हैन अनि यो देयर इज नो ब्याड इन्टेन्सन बिहाइन्ड आवर डिसिजन जस्तो भन्ने कोट यो कोट्सहरू चाहिँ बाइ द वे अनलाइन खबर इङ्ग्लिस भर्जनको एउटा आर्टिकलबाट लिएको हो त्यो केही प्रकारको पनि रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी नलिएको के आफ्नो प्लेयरको कन्डक्ट अफ द फिल्ड कन्डक्टको लागि केही प्रकारको पनि रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी नलिएको केही प्रकारको पनि सर्भाइभरको अहिले ट्रमा र पेनलाई अलिकति पनि एक्नोलेज गरेको छैन दिस इज जस्ट लाइक you know, Nepal team le jitnu parcha and so we need Lamichane and so Lamichane is going to play. Tara, even after the bail was announced, after he was released on bail, like Amro Attorney General ke office had like immediately challenged the bail in court and demanded that Lamichane be put behind bars until your final proceedings are over of your court ko final hearing and that case is still pending. So I think हाम्रो issue चाहिँ के छ भने यस्तो खाली सिचुएसन्सहरुमा where a player is charged with sexual assault हैन त्यो एक प्रकारको प्रेसिडेन्ट छैन नि त लाइक पहिला यस्तो भएको छैन so everyone's kind of like figuring out what is the right response, what should be done. अब legal proceedings मा त गइसक्यो. अनि अरू countries-हरुको examples हेर्दाखेरि पनि different countries have responded to such your criminal conduct in different ways, हैन. So for instance यो श्रीलङ्काकै example हेरौँ है.
So यो चाहिँ actually सन्दीप लामिछानेको अगेन्स्टमा आएको यो चार्जेसको केही महिना पछि चाहिँ नोभेम्बर 2022 मा श्रीलङ्कन क्रिकेटर धनुष्का गुनाथिलाका was arrested and charged for an alleged sexual assault on a woman in Sydney.
Yeah, उनीहरु चाहिँ त्यहाँ T20 खेलिरहेको थियो.
And so when the woman made the complaint, he was immediately arrested and by the authorities there in Sydney. And Sri Lankan Cricket Council le chai euta statement pani release gareko थियो saying, and we are reading this from the court. SLC, Sri Lankan Cricket Council, will closely monitor the proceedings in court and in consultation with the ICC will expeditiously initiate a thorough inquiry into the matter and take stern action against the player if found guilty.
Yeah. So this statement was released on the 6th of November when he was arrested.
The following day after he was charged, the SLC announced it had suspended the cricketer from playing indefinitely, and it also released a statement saying the council will take the necessary steps to promptly carry out an inquiry into the alleged offence, and upon conclusion of the court case in Australia, steps will be taken to penalise the said player if found guilty. Sri Lanka Cricket Council le chai त्यो incident मात्रै हैन, that they also, at least on statement, they said that it adopts a zero tolerance policy for any such conduct by a player and will provide all the required support to the Australian law enforcement authorities to carry out an impartial inquiry into the incident. That obviously what happened, Nitisha.
Yeah, so what was important was that within a day, Sri Lankan Cricket Council came on strongly and suspended the cricketer. But of course, last month there was like an independent review of Sri Lanka Cricket Council, mostly around misappropriation of funds. Pura Australia travel ma धेरै पैसा खर्च गर्नु भएको रहेछ Cricket Council Sri Lanka को अंकलहरुले. As part of the committee review, they also actually chastised the council, Sri Lanka Cricket Council, for not taking a sterner approach towards the cricketer and his sexual assault and misconduct. Ani unharle jun initially we will launch an independent inquiry bhaneko थियो, त्यो inquiry पनि नगराएर रहेछ भएको रहेनछ हैन. So त्यसलाई पनि त्यो independent committee ले भन्यो, निकाल्यो के त्यो report मा, oh, you did not even carry out this independent like local inquiry that you had declared you would, when the charges were put against, when the cricketer was charged with sexual assault. Initial response ramrai bhaye pani, in the end, like the Cricket Council failed to follow through and do the unharko due diligence, Tara Sri Lanka को Cricket Council को response, like Nepal को Cricket Council क्यानसँग कम्पेयर गर्ने हो भने चाहिँ अब के भन्ने खै.
त्यही त. अनि यो जुन छ नि कोर्टले भनेको छैन, कोर्टको डिसिजन, कोर्ट इज मेकिङ अ डिसिजन अन द रेप चार्जेस हैन. कोर्टले भन्दैन कि वेदर अर नट द प्लेयर can be allowed to play on the field or not, हैन. That is on the onus is on the organization. नि तपाईको संस्थासँग affiliated कुनै मान्छेले यस्तो गम्भीर प्रकृतिको अपराधको उसमाथि एउटा भनौँ न अभियुक्त बलात्कारको अभियुक्तलाई तपाईको अर्गनाइजेसनले यति सजिलैसँग चाहिँ हामीले त उलाई क्लीन चिट दिएको जस्तो हो नि त. while saying we are still waiting for the court orders, अनि हामीले पहिला हाम्रो न्यूज लेटरमा पनि लेखेको थियौँ, we've been writing about this for quite a while, कि क्यानले चाहिँ एकदम त्यो भन्छ नि त्यो जलेपे नमक छिडकना जस्तै गरेको छ के सर्भाइभरमाथि. नट जस्ट सेइङ ओके वी आर ओके विथ दिस काइन्ड अफ बिहेभियर, बट गिभिङ सन्दीप लामिछाने अ मेजर प्लेटफर्म टु लाइक manage or like rework on his reputation. उसलाई अब उनीहरूको क्लोज्ड क्याम्पमा पहिला उसलाई इन्क्लुड गर्नु, देन गिभिङ हिम अल द उसको उसले नेपालको जर्सीको टिम, नेपालको क्रिकेट टिमको जर्सी लगाएर प्र्याक्टिस गरेको फोटोजहरूलाई just like putting it all over social media as if saying it's okay, and he's like we see no wrong in in having a rape accused in our team, होइन? In fact, त्यो के भन्छ, क्यानको general manager Britant Khanal went on an interview and actually defended him for over an hour, saying he's so talented, he's so this and that, and started questioning the survivor in a lot of instances. यहाँसम्म के भन्यो भने it was all about the male players, right? Oh, how are the boys doing now? Oh, because of Sandeep ko case. Well, you know, it's not about them and their feelings at this point. No, first of all, he does not even utter the word rape accused. Right? He keeps saying the case, the incident. He does not make it for someone who's listening or or watching it for the first time. They won't even know what is happening. Something we wrote about earlier also about how media has been covering Sandeep Lamichhane ko यो रेपको चार्जेस, होइन? सो फर्स्ट अफ अल त्यो भयो. अर्को कुरामा चाहिँ द कन्सर्न इज नट हाउ द सर्भाइभर इज फिलिङ अर वाट क्यानको स्ट्यान्ड छ यस्तो खालके यौन दुर्व्यवहारको केसमा चाहिँ रादर इट टर्न्स इन्टु हाउ द क्रिकेटर्स आर फिलिङ, हाउ द बोइज इन द टिम आर डुइङ, हाउ इज द्याट इम्प्याक्टिङ देयर पर्फर्मेन्स, होइन? राष्ट्रिय खेलाडीहरू हो अनि सबै. Yeah, motivation. Yeah. Whatever. Shut up, Pritant. The thing is, he goes on to say about how, I mean, this was so disrespectful when he says ki, the boys, whatever, now the focus is something else, and now he implies that that other male cricketers are also concerned that यस्तो खालके rape allegations चाहिँ उनीहरुमा पनि लाग्न सक्छ र therefore they are demotivated to play. But that is not the point नि त, हैन? यहाँ भइरहेको कुराकानी त कसरी सन्दीप लामिछाने has been accused of raping a minor. Number 2, यो जुडिशियल प्रोसेसमा गएपछि कस्तो गाह्रो हुन्छ सर्भाइभरलाई, हैन? हामीले देखिसक्यौं मिडियाले कसरी कभर गर्छ, except for that one piece by Tufan Neopani, which we will share in our episode notes. But yeah, that is where CAN's stand is, where they do not take, as an organization, they've not taken any stand against saying we do not tolerate this kind of behavior. At least they should have come out with something like that, हैन? त्यो भएको भए पनि उनीहरुलाई अकाउन्टेबल बनाउने एउटा बाटो हुन्थ्यो, तर उनीहरुले त्यस्तो किसिमको स्टेटमेन्ट अथवा त्यस्तो किसिमको उहाँहरुको त्यो it seems like they don't think it's something that they need to be concerned about. त्यसले गर्दा होला उनीहरुले चाहिँ they've not responded in any way, हैन, directly to the, त्यसलाई कम्प्लिटली अब त्यो त just like out of sight जस्तै गरेर अब आँखा बन्द गरिदिने होला, नहेरिदिएको जस्तै गरिरहेछ. अनि अर्को चाहिँ यो यति हुँदा बिकज यो अहिले अनगोइङ जुन भ्यालेन्टाइन्स डेको दिनदेखि सुरु भएको यो हाम्रो यो म्याचहरू छ नेपाल playing against Scotland and Namibia. In fact, internationally, it's pressure because a lot of people were, trying to seek accountability from the teams also who are going to play against Nepal, which actually has a rape accused player in the squad. So Scotland or Namibia ko cricket councils they actually put out a statement. अब त्यो कस्तो भने अब हाल्नै पर्यो र हाल्यौं जस्तो छ, तर एटलिस्ट केही त हाल्यो भने जस्तो चाहिँ at this point, हैन? अब क्यानको बेउरा हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ, हैन? So Cricket Namibia, so both the teams, they actually issued statements. So Cricket Scotland ko team le ke bhanyo bhane, I'm just reading it from a report by AFP. What it says is, Cricket Scotland is aware of the reports regarding the legal status of Nepal's Sandeep Lamichhane ahead of the upcoming ICC Cricket World Cup League 2 qualifiers. As a governing body and as a squad, Cricket Scotland stands firmly against all forms of abuse which have no place in modern society. The players' availability for these games is a matter for the Cricket Association of Nepal and the ICC to consider. त्यसै गरी नमिबियाको पनि बोर्डले के भन्छ भने, क्रिकेट नमिबिया strongly opposes all forms of gender-based violence, discrimination and abuse. अब obviously यो त नेपालको क्यानले गर्नुपर्ने डिसिजन हो नि त एक हिसाबले, हैन?
तर ICC पनि त responsible छ नि त यसमा, किनभने CAN is kind of using ICC as a way, as their ticket to doing whatever they want to do, because they're kind of saying, well, ICC has approved it, so ICC has said that it's okay as long as we're not going against the law, and hey, the law hasn't explicitly prohibited Lamichhane from playing, so ICC पनि should have come on अलिकति strongly against your case जस्तो लाग्छ है मलाई.
ए सबैभन्दा टप गभर्निङ बडी त क्रिकेटमा त आइसिसी हो नि त सो त्यसले गर्दा आई थिङ्क दिस इज अल्सो अ ग्रेट एक्जाम्पल कि कसरी चाहिँ नट अ ग्रेट एक्जाम्पल बट जस्ट गोज अन टु सो वाट वी अलरेडी नो कि यस्तो ठुल्ठुलो भिजिबल इम्प्याक्ट गर्न सकिने एउटा भनौँ न एउटा कल्चरल सिफ्ट ल्याउन सकिने अर्गनाइजेसन्सले पनि यस्तो खालके व्यवहारमाथि चाहिँ उनीहरूले चाहिँ खासै नट अ बिग डिल भने जसरी नै उता अर्को जस्ट लुकिङ एट दि अदर साइड गर्छ भन्ने खालके चाहिँ यहाँबाट पुष्टि हुन जान्छ
सो अहिलेसम्म होइन सोसियल मिडियामा अरू प्लेटफर्म्सहरूमा स्ट्रिट्समा पनि जति पनि एक्टिभिस्ट जति पनि इन्डिभिजुअल्सहरूले सन्दीप लामिछानेको यो स्क्वाडमा इन्क्लुड भएको कुरालाई प्रोटेस्ट गर्नुभएको छ उहाँहरूलाई पनि अब कति दिक्क लागेको होला कि लाइक एन्ड लेट अलोन imagine how the survivor is feeling, seeing photos of Sandeep Lamichhane shedding a tear after taking his first wicket, or can utter dismissal, utter disregard of any form of accountability or acknowledgement of the survivor ko trauma, Okay, त्यति हो हाम्रो आजको rant. To read what we have written about Sandeep Lamichhane, please subscribe to our newsletter, Cold Takes by Boju Bajai. We've written 2 entries on Sandeep Lamichaneko ongoing case where he's been charged with the rape of a minor. And until next time, for a planned episode.
Yeah, and please media ka hamra patrakar mahoday brosहरू पनि please त्यत्रो ग्लोरिफाई गरेर त्यस्तो फोटो नराख्नु यो रुटिन अफ नेपाल बन्दलाई पनि जान्छ यो मेसेज त्यस्तो फोटो राम्रो एक त राख्दा पनि राख्दैन वाउ सन्दीप लामिछाने इज क्राइङ वाउ टाइपकोहरू नराख्नु होला होइन जस्ट एड अ कन्टेक्स्ट नो लाइक अस्ति आई थिङ्क आन्बिका दिदीले ट्विटरमा ट्याग गरेपछि रुटिन अफ नेपाल बन्दलाई या बलात्कार अभियुक्त सन्दीप लामिछानेलाई चाहिँ राष्ट्रिय टोलीमा सामेल गरिएको छ भन्ने खालके चेन्जेस बनाएको थियो बट द्याट सुड नट बी इरेज्ड क्या that people should not forget that this man who's representing the country, and who's letting this man represent the country is accused of raping a minor. Let's not forget that. And he's just out on bail. That does not mean he's been cleared of charges. So
yeah. And by the way, Sandeep Lamichaneko lawyer has filed a case demanding that he be reinstated as the captain of the team as well. So yeah.
Oh my God. Namaste, hum kuch nahi samajhte. Anyway, so that's it. I think we've come to the end of our rant. Thank you for listening as always. And please subscribe to our newsletter Cold Takes by Boju Bajai, bojubajai.substack.com मा गएर पढ्न सक्नुहुन्छ. And also if you're listening to Boju Bajai for the first time, welcome. Thank you for listening. तपाईलाई हाम्रो एपिसोडहरू मनपर्छ भने कृपया रेट गर्नु होला on the multiple podcast platforms that we are available on. And मैले अस्ति नै सुनेको म फेरि भन्छु एउटा पडकास्टमा भने जस्तै and if you like it, please share it with your friend and make us famous. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, follow Boju Bajai on all social media. त्यहाँ पनि हामी full लेखिरहेछौँ about Sandeep Lamichhane and other bros also. Anyway. Okay, bye.
Bye.